When I started my first job, it was really stressful, and I kind of just wanted to take the edge off the stress. So I decided that I'm gonna make a watch. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna do it from scratch. I just wasn't sure how it would come together. I, at the time, had a Nespresso subscription. Nespresso back then wasn't quite advertising its recycling scheme, so I had this massive stack of coffee pods, and I thought, yeah, this is a bit of a waste. I think I could do something with this. Oh wait, I'm also making a watch. Combine the two together, and just lots of trial and error, messing around with different materials, compressing stuff, baking, microwaving, vacuuming, to the point where I developed the first generation of the coffee composite. This wasn't the first thing I made, this was the first thing I made. So this is prototype generation 1. It's a bit on the chunky side, a bit unrefined, but what this did was allow me to figure out how to make a watch, or at least say that I've made a watch. And this was just kind of a passion project. But I started posting the research and development on my social media, and a bunch of people messaged me saying, oh, are these for sale? And at first I was like, no, not really, I'm just making one. But then it came to the point where enough people messaged me saying, oh, these for sale, along with the research and development being very expensive, that I thought, okay, fine, let me start making a bunch of these under a watch brand. And fast forward a few years, because this has been done entirely in my free time, so evenings and weekends, as well as being self-taught in the whole project management, engineering and watchmaking side of things, then I'm here. So this watch in its final iteration is inspired after an espresso shot. You've got a dial made out of super condensed espresso powder that we then airbrush onto a primed dial, which gives you a crema dial. And I came up with the idea simply from the fact that coffee stains everything, so why not take advantage of that by actually having a dial made using coffee. And the bezel itself is made of the used Nespresso grounds. So these are 750 pounds sterling. I'm only making a small handful of these. And when I say stuff like in-house production, literally in my house. The coffee is brewed in my kitchen, the airbrushing is done in the living room, a lot of work is done in the shed. Chapter 1 is inspired by coffee. Chapter 2, it's already work in progress. It just needs some testing to make sure stuff doesn't go wrong, because I'm working with really funky materials. And then chapter 3, all I can say is it's currently growing in my garden. I'm hoping that sometime middle of next year I can showcase chapter 2. This was originally just offered to close friends and collectors. And then the event organisers here thankfully just gave me an opportunity to kind of showcase to the public, get some experience in terms of what it means to, present to people you've never met before. So the thing I don't agree with when a lot of the word sustainability gets thrown around is you find some kind of potentially waste material or a plastic bag or something, and then you kind of force it into another product. I think the value addition is negligible. It's a bit of a gimmick.